Hi, I'm Jonathan McBurnie and I'm an artist. This is my exhibition, which is called My Mother, Blessed and Cursed with Sons. The title is actually taken from a Camus novel, which I think is quite pertinent to some of these works. And it refers to the way that little kids can get, let's say, a little energetic and tend to break a lot of things on accident and, you know, wrestle with one another and all of that sort of, that crucial part of play when you're a child. This is an exhibition of recent work, mainly from 2018 onward, and it explores the sort of crazy, confused art form that is professional wrestling. Something I've been very interested in over the years is the way that we present ourselves through artworks and the way often we will engage as artists with autobiography and things like that. So wrestling is a very interesting art form in itself because it's not quite a lot of things. It isn't quite a sport. It isn't quite an entertainment. It isn't quite theatre. And I sort of feel that way about my own practice in a lot of ways. It has elements of different things such as comics, film and literature, but it doesn't quite sit squarely in any one of those things. These works are predominantly ink and watercolour, but there are just a handful of oils, a handful of acrylic works and a handful of collage as well. I was really excited to have an exhibition at Umbrella. I've worked here in the past and exhibited just in a couple of group exhibitions over the years, so I was very excited at the prospect of a solo exhibition here. I've sort of been coming to Umbrella for many years. My dad was one of the first artists that helped start this place up way back when it was just a studio. So Umbrella feels like home in many, many ways. Now I'm working down at the Rockhampton Museum of Art. I started there in November, and it's been a wonderful opportunity so far. A really great team and a beautiful space. This is perhaps my favourite work. It sounds a bit bloodthirsty, but blood is actually really, really fun to draw and paint. And I'm just very, very happy with how this one turned out, particularly the colour of his eyelids. There's a lot of blue in them. The different colours of the blood. I know it sounds grotesque, but I'm just particularly fond of how that turned out. Also, they're two wrestlers I really like, and I like drawing big beefy guys. There's something really fun about describing mass and shape and weight with line and tone. This is another favourite work. We actually put this one on the invite. I'm particularly fond of it because of the way the cloud and the lightning turned out. I collage a lot of these before I draw them. National Geographic is a great source of collage material, and I think that's where I got this wonderful background from. And it had been sitting in my collage bin for probably years, and I just couldn't figure out how I would capture that lightning because it's so vivid, and there's this amazing red coming through some of it and purple. And I finally had the idea to do it in watercolor and then do the lightning over the top in gouache. And gouache is a wonderful thing. You can water it down a little bit and make sure that it's the right consistency. So you can see there's a thin outline over this big bolt and then the heavier line between. But it was just a lot of fun to make, and I'm very, very happy with how it ended up. Also, it's got The Rock in it, and who doesn't love The Rock?